Charge, and we're bringing it to you live from Toronto here on 2K Sports. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And, of course, Chris Boucher. They will definitely miss his contributions.
Yeah, no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. But trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
First team foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Pass to George. Out of experience on the floor tonight, Greg. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
Well, Kevin, guys are going to play smart, and they're going to be in position to make plays. So this will come down to just who makes more of the big shots.
For three, Van Vliet doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way. About a minute played so far here in the first. High post, Zubas. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Clippers.
Toronto on defense. Pass to Batum. From deep, George sinks the three-pointers.
Now, Paul George has been exceptionally consistent from three-point territory. That fluid shooting motion is something else.
Young outside. Young is doubled. To the middle. Westbrook, no good.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And the way Russell Westbrook racks up triple-doubles is just incredible. Does it so often. A testament, Doris, to his strong work ethic.
I mean, this guy plays with such a competitive spirit on both ends of the floor. Russell is relentless. He will sacrifice his body, and his teammates appreciate the effort he gives every single night.
It's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Coming onto the floor for the Clippers. Isaiah Jackson.
George with the ball. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
Paul George.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Leonard. Back to George. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Outside Westbrook. Screen by Young. Westbrook with it. George picks him up. Siakam inside. Trying to end the drought. He takes it up and lays it in.
Love desire. Pascal Siakam has a ton of that. He's overcome so much in his life. You think a little bump in the road is going to stop him?
Now here's Powell. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 5. Tries from 16. Doesn't go for him. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Inside. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Westbrook on multiple occasions has averaged double-digit assists. You know he knows exactly exactly when to deliver the pass.
Now here's Leonard. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's dependable production. Buries the long-range jumper.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Westbrook. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. That one good for 2.
Well, great work from Russell Westbrook. The closer he is, the more aggressive he becomes.
Pass to Leonard. Over in the corner, Batum. Down low. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Now here's Jackson to the inside. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
All right, looking for the score. Come on, get out for your north side crew. Substitution for your.
Here's George. Pass to Leonard. Back to George. Now Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Leonard's got 8 points.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
For your north side crew. All right.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Yeah, and I think the other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've gotten on turnovers.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Well, that's about tremendous vision. And remember, Paul George has the kind of size that allows him to survey the floor beautifully.
The drive by Barnes. Great tee that time from Batum. Los Angeles leading by 14. And Doris, we know that Paul George has always been a solid passer, but his assist numbers have been trending up.
Yeah, he's been willing of late to take on more playmaking responsibilities. The skill set was there. It's just early in his career, they needed him to be the lead scorer. Now you're talking about a guy you've got to game plan against as a scorer and as a passer.
Outside Leonard. Pass to George. For 3. It's hauled in by Achua.
It's hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. Raptors need to get a shot up. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot before a second violation. And the Clippers making a switch here.
Marcus Morris Sr.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Pass to Powell. Fires the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Powell's got his second bucket of the night.
This guy is always shot ready. Norman Powell's instincts as a scorer are exceptional.
Trent can't hit. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. Back to Achua. Toronto working the ball around now. Pass to Trent. They set the pick. To the paint. To end the run. The dunk by Achua.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And here's George. And we see teams around the league trying to integrate star veterans with talented rookies. Greg, it's not always easy, is it?
Not at all, Kevin. And a lot of times it becomes a choice between win now or win later. Though the teams with great coaching and development can oftentimes do both.
Clippers substitution.
In the corner, Powell with it. Hits it from three-point range. Powell's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Young. And Young slams it home.
Well, we know that Fred VanVleet can be relied upon to find the open man. This guy's so consistently good at it.
Down low. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Powell. From downtown. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Jackson is doubled. 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Makes it off the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Anunoby, no good.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
Doris, you look at Marcus Morris, a very solid 3-and-D type of forward.
That's exactly right, because think about it, Morris, early in his career, there was a reluctance to shoot the range shot. He was more mid-range guy. But credit him for putting in the work. Now Marcus is a deadly three-point shooter, and he brings a size and physicality on the defensive end. Marcus Morris has proven that he can be effective in any system in the NBA, understands his role as a stretch four.
Pass to VanVleet. Back to Westbrook. The three. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. Westbrook's got 5 now.
Russell Westbrook has never been shy about letting it fly, and if he gets cooking from deep, boy, it is scary.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kicks it out to Leonard. To the middle. Pass to Zubac. Here's man. And the Clippers miss again. And it's Young at the elbow. And the rejection by Zubac. And so it's the... Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Now George. He's got 8. High post, Zubac. And that one's good. Leonard.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
To the inside. Here's Siakam. And he lays it straight in.
Well, this to me is where he can be a force. Siakam, a 3-level scorer. In the painted area, very dangerous.
Inside. Young with the steal. Pass to Anunoby. Siakam up top. And that one is good. Siakam's got 4 points in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Leonard looking over the floor. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Young in the corner. Pass to Westbrook. for three. Van Vliet hits the three-point bomb. Van Vliet's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Outside, George. Leonard with no one around. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Yeah, I just had a feeling Kawhi Leonard would respond with a three of his own. Beautiful.
And here is Van Vliet. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. 17-foot shot on the way. Clock at 4. Here's Westbrook, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Clippers leading by 23. Here's George. He's got 8. Pass to Kennard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Clock at 6. In the corner, George with it. Now the Raptors moving it up. And finished off by Westbrook.
Explosive, right? It would be one of the first words that come to mind. Yes, he's a point guard. Yes, he's a big-time athlete.
Pass to Kennard. Back to George. To the inside. Right side, Batum. Here's Kennard. A three ball. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
All sorts of time. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
And Doris, though he's getting the press for his scoring, and he's been prolific, Van Vliet's defense is equally as impressive.
My goodness, great instincts. Rarely fooled. You can't trick him. Quick feet, strength in the post. You see guys try to take advantage of his lack of size. He won't have it. How about the dribble drive ability of Paul George? The quick handles for a guy his size.
And what a fantastic start here to the second half. They have yet to miss.
Pass to Zubac. Over in the corner, Batum. Now, here is George. He's got 10. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Poked away. Leonard with the steal. .52 seconds left in the third quarter. Leonard on the wing. Outside, George. Just 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Right now, the game is coming easy to Kawhi Leonard. He's in rhythm, and he knows it.
It's Westbrook with the drive. And he uses the glass on the layup. Westbrook's got 9.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Over in the corner, Batum. Outside, George. Zubac with it. Kennard for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Well, guys who are known as shooters are always ready on the catch. Luke Kennard, rising fire. Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back to the action after this word.
For your Northside crew.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Now Trent. Pass to Mikhailuk for the 3. It's not going to go for him. The Clippers go the other way with it. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Down low, Hartenstein. Toronto grabs the miss. And here is Achua. Defended by Batum. The dunk by Achua.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Pass to Hartenstein. To the paint. Here's Kennard. Takes the 3. They grab their own miss. To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. The 3. It's hauled in by Achua. Raptors trail by 18. Trent with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. There's the pick. And it's Barnes scooping it down.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
It'll be a Raptors timeout. The loudest and craziest fans get a free t-shirt. Let's see it, fans. Coming out to the floor for the Clippers.
And so here are the Clippers. 16-point lead. That shot wide open. Leonard's got 14 points here in the second half.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
That's his first.
And now in the second half of his career, Russell Westbrook wants rings. He knows he's getting older and has no time to waste. It's why he plays with such passion.
And Westbrook's high motor is why we love him. He goes out, Greg, and competes every play in every game.
No doubt, but I tell you what, he's tired of missing out on the NBA Finals. This is a guy that is hungry to get back to that stage. It'll be interesting to see if he can get it done. I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
Yeah, something else that stands out tonight is how many assists they have.
And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That'll be his second foul of the game. Kennard for 3. Traps in the tray. And the Clippers lead by 19.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Kennard. Down low. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Hartenstein. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
We call that solid fundamentals. Luke Kennard finding his teammate on time and on target.
Stolen by George. Leonard with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. To the inside. George with no one around. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, this is a specialty of Paul George. Mid-range game, yes, that's in the arsenal.
Here's Van Vliet. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. .146 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to George. Here's Hartenstein. Powell for 3. Westbrook pulls it in.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Young, no good. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Clippers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Leonard.
I think his steals tell the story. This guy was a disruptive force, and I don't think you can underestimate how important it is for a team to have someone in that role.
All that he gives them on offense, Siakam's ability, Greg, to switch defensively is key for this team.
And he can legitimately stay in front of guards on the perimeter. I mean, this guy contests shots without fouling. You love the combination of focus and strong fundamentals.
George double-teamed. Pass to Kennard. Outside, George. Here's Hartenstein. Defended by Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now here's Powell. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
Assisted by.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Pass to Hartenstein. And here's George. So the Clippers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely